Let's talk about how to scale your coaching business to the next level. See, a lot of coaches struggle with figuring out how to scale their coaching business. They get stuck getting a random client from referrals, a little bit of word of mouth. Maybe they got some social media out there, post a bit online, post a bit in a Facebook group. They've got some people who send them some leads here and there when they, some partnerships and stuff like that. And it's a really hard place to be because if you want to scale past 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month, we have to have the right strategy. The biggest problem coaches make when it comes to scaling their coaching business is they use strategies that got them to 5, 10,000 a month, but those same strategies won't get them to 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month or more. And what I mean by that is they double down on things that they were doing that really wasn't working, like posting on Facebook, posting in groups, networking, or just creating a lot of content, direct messaging people and stuff like that. So what I want to do is explain to you the 3 steps that you need to know to scale your coaching business to the next level super fast so that it gives you more time, but also makes you a lot more money. The first thing we need to remember, and of these 3, is we need one scalable strategy. So one of the problems that coaches make when they go to scale is they try 4 or 5 different things at the same time. They will try YouTube ads, they'll try Instagram ads, they'll try, Facebook ads, they'll do LinkedIn, they'll do this, and just try and be like, well, I'm going to just do whatever and hope something clicks or sticks and stuff like that. That is terrible. We need to focus on one strategy that other people have used that can scale your business, okay? So we're going to talk in a minute about what that strategy is, but you need to realize in order to scale, we have to simplify, not do more. And it's very easy to get stuck in this shiny object syndrome because the problem with a lot of coaches is they have a lot of ideas. They have ideas every morning when they wake up, after they shower. By the time they're done breakfast, they got 26 new coaching ideas for businesses. And then you get this shiny object syndrome and you're like, oh, I'm going to start that, I'm going to start this, I'm going to start that. Don't do that. We need to scale one thing until you can get at least to $50,000 to $100,000 a month. All right. What is that one thing? In my experience from spending in the last 3 years alone about $3 million on Facebook ads, it's Facebook ads. And the reason why I say it's Facebook ads is because I have seen so many coaches scale their coaching businesses on Facebook ads better than any other traffic source. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is Facebook has your audience, it's scalable, it's easy to use, and it's automated. So if you're spending $20 a day, it's not much more work to spend $100 a day or $1,000 a day because it's so leverageable and your ideal client is there. Facebook has their data and it's super scalable. So that's the biggest thing that I would help you understand is that you need to, number 1, use one strategy. Number 2, we have to use Facebook ads, and I'm going to explain how to use it in a second. But the biggest reason you want to use Facebook ads is because they have your data. Okay, you got to remember one of the differences between Facebook and say Twitter or even YouTube, okay, is that people give Facebook all their information. So when people sign up on Facebook, they give them their name, obviously, they give them their phone number, they give them their school information, what level of school they went to, their age, their gender, they'll usually put their job title, all that stuff, right? And then what Facebook's artificial intelligence does, which is amazing for you and I as a coach, is they compile all that data. And then what they do with it is they will take it and give it to you as an advertiser. Here's what I mean by that. So what happens is when your ideal clients, let's say you're a life coach and you help people with their dreams, their goals, maybe say business owners, just to keep it a little more specific. So you help business owners specifically achieve their goals. So your targeting is business owners. So the good news is the way Facebook ads is structured, their artificial intelligence, is they know who all the business owners who are clicking on the various ads that are similar to yours. So when you run an ad, you're going to get people registering, and I'll explain it to you in a second of how and what. But you're going to get people registering, and they're going to give you their email address, and then Facebook's going to know that they interacted with you and basically gave them your email address or what have you, right? And I'll talk about that in a minute. So then they're going to go into the audiences and find more people who look like the people who are engaging with your ideal client. And then it creates this like reactor where they just keep getting more and more and more of these qualified people. And so the longer you do it, the more qualified they are, the better it is. and it just works amazing. So the second thing is Facebook ads, because we want one strategy that's scalable. You do not want to use 5 different strategies because it's too time consuming and you need to master one thing. Now, number 3, before we get to number 3, I just want you to do one thing. Hit the subscribe button on this video, or it should be just above it or somewhere around it. Here's why it's so important that you subscribe. The reason is because I've spent, like I said, about $3 million in the last 3 years alone using Facebook ads to get coaching clients. I've coached over 1,300 coaches over the last number of years, have tons of success stories, and I take all the information that we're learning doing Facebook ads to get coaching clients and teach it here for free on YouTube. And so, but the problem is you're not going to get updated on my latest videos or trainings unless you hit that subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, so just go ahead and hit it right now, and you'll be updated about all the upcoming videos that are coming along to help you out. So the third thing we need to do is we have to have a scalable attraction strategy that gets clients enrolled. The biggest mistake coaches make is they go low ticket. They're like, I'm sick of sales calls, so I'm just going to sell stuff for $100, $200, put them in a membership program, this, that, the other thing. Here's the problem with low ticket. It is incredibly hard to sell at scale because you need so much volume to make an extra $20,000, $30,000 a month. The other thing is the churn rate is really high on low ticket stuff. People stay on average of 2-3 months. So it's really, really hard. So what we need to do is we need to have a funnel that is scalable in the sense that you can scale it and then you can get somebody doing it for you. So what that looks like is this. Ideally, we want to get people through from Facebook ads to some sort of funnel called like an automated webinar. And the reason why I say automated webinars is because they have the highest consumption rate. When you're going to be talking to people who want to work with you, you need them to have consumed your stuff. Just downloading an ebook, booking a call, and showing up for that call, that's not going to help. You're just going to get tons of no-shows, or people are going to be like, oh, who are you? Oh, yeah, I think I downloaded an ebook. So why are you calling me? You're like, well, you booked the time. They're like, no, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to get a lot of that. Or you're going to get people who are going to go through a 45-minute enrollment call, and they're going to be like, well, you know, I just met you. I don't even really know you. I downloaded your ebook, but I haven't had time to read it. I don't know what to do. So let's call me back, right? And they're going to ghost you, and they're not going to move forward. So we need people who are ready to go, credit card in hand, waiting for you to phone them to talk about how you can work with them, right? So how do we do that? Well, it starts by getting them through the right amount of content. And so we need to get them through at least 30, 40 minutes of some sort of automated webinar so that they like it, they engage with it, and then they're in it and they're like, oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. And then they book a call. Now, once they book that call, what we now need to do is between the call and the time they talk to you is the most important part of your funnel, because that's where you're going to build the relationship even more. You're going to send them some strategic videos, strategic testimonials, stuff like that to get them to a psychological place where they can't not work with you. Because what you need to realize is when you can do that, then the sales calls are going to convert really good, right? Because they consumed a webinar, potentially an automated webinar. They went through some pre-call indoctrination stuff, so they're like ready to go. So that means your enrollment rate should be 30, 40, 50% if you're doing those calls, which means you can get off those calls. Meaning once you get enough clients and you get it nailed down, you can replace you with a closer who can do it for you, and you can scale even more. So this is really the best 3 steps to getting that extra 10, 20, 50, $100,000 a month or more in order to scale your coaching business. Now, last thing I have for you here before you go is I want you to click the link in the pinned post or in the comment section. There's a link to an upcoming webinar I have called the 300-word Facebook ad strategy and snowball system I use to scale my coaching business to multiple millions. It's the one thing that I've done that literally has helped me enroll 1,300 clients over the years. And I want you to register for it because I'm going to show you what's working now to get clients, how Facebook's AI has never been better. It's never been easier. How it works for you, the biggest mistakes coaches are making, the biggest myths coaches believe, the 3 things you need to know so that you can start getting clients fast, doing it the right way, starting on a small budget without making all the mistakes I did. I've spent over $3 million last 3 years. So learn from my mistakes and so you don't have to make your own. Get registered for that webinar now. Click the link and we will see you over there.